Utica has received its fair share of snow this year, and that's a good thing for the Vail by Alice Recreation Center. Not only can you sled, snowboard, and ski, the new tubing hill has been a big hit. There are 10 new lanes for zipping down the snow-covered slopes.
We opened about 2 weeks ago, and the snow's been wonderful. They can ski, they can snowboard, and they can go tubing.
Now, is this a new thing this year?
Tubing is a new thing. We've installed water lines, and we're making snow for the tubing hill, and it's a brand new thing that we did this year.
Have you had to make snow this year?
We made snow, yeah, we had to make snow for the tubing hill. We've got about at least a 3-foot base, and with the tubing hill we also installed a magic carpet, which is a surface lift, and it takes them up the hill, and then they just come down on the tube and go back up again. They're having a great time with it. They're really loving it. After they've gone out and gotten cold for a while, they can come into the chalet, and we have Rocky's, who serves wonderful food. He has sandwiches and hot cocoa, coffee, drinks, great food. They can come in and warm up and go back out and have some more fun.
See what we can see.
When I was a kid and we would come here to Vail by Alice, we'd come with a toboggan, those wooden toboggans. They probably weighed 80 or 90 pounds, and we had to walk those toboggans up the hill before we could come down. Nowadays, look what these kids have got. My God, how they're spoiled. They got these light tubes, and they get on this little track, and they just move up the hill, and that's it. Oh my gosh. We're to the peak.
I'm leaving on the midnight train.
Wow, look at that view. It's worth coming up here just to see the view. Whew. I'm getting into a Tube Pro, so I guess that makes me a pro.
You can do what you want to do.
Vail by Alice is located on the Memorial Parkway and is open Monday through Friday at 4 o'clock, Saturday 10 to 11, and today from 10 to 5. Today is the last day for the introductory $10 tubing pass. Skiers and sledders aren't the only ones with the need for speed. We caught up with, or tried to anyway, with the Derby girls of the Utica Clubbers at their weekly meeting at the Skaterama in West Utica. They are members of the Central New York Roller Derby League, working to help the roller derby sport gain the respect it deserves.
We got together about a year ago, almost a year exactly, and how it was, when I was in Arizona, I'm going back just a little bit, I fell in love with roller derby out there. I got the fever and moved back to the area because this is where my family is, and just realized I started talking to all my girlfriends and got the impression that it might go over pretty well. And those girls and I got together and we focused on who had strengths where and formed committees and got organized and formed a league and started practicing, and there we are, here we are. We come from all different backgrounds, lifestyles, backgrounds. I guess you need a pretty tough skin. You need to be able to take a hit and give a hit. But really, you don't have to fit any particular stereotype. You don't have to be large. That's the great thing about roller derby is it's kind of built for all different shapes and sizes. The small girls, they're the fast ones. They're the ones that tend to be the jammers and make all the points. And the bigger girls, they're the blockers. You're like, you're not getting by us, It's not just a sport. I mean, first and foremost, we're athletes. That's what we're doing here. But it's also a subculture. It's also a women's movement. It's a sisterhood. It's a camaraderie. And not just within your own league, but leagues all over the nation. Roller derby itself wouldn't be evolving and growing as rapidly as it was if all the leagues throughout the nation weren't helping each other out and assisting in the proliferation of roller derby. So it's a wonderful thing. You're connecting with roller girls all over the country, and it becomes a network.
Watching the roller derby girls today, I found out a couple of things. One is that you have to be in very good shape. This is very, very physical, and it's also very complicated. And we like to take hats off to them because they've also made Utica part of this whole sport by calling themselves the Utica Clubbers. It's a great play on words for the brewery down the street.
If you're interested in becoming a derby girl, visit cnyrollerderby.com. One of the Utica Clubbers' sponsors is the Traumatain Cafe. This cafe aims to be a comfortable sanctuary where everyone feels welcome. They serve up coffees and teas, homemade baked goods and soups, lunches, and a selection of vegan dishes. They also serve up great local entertainment.
Actually, this is the third incarnation of a coffeehouse project that we have done in the past, and we've always been appreciative of a non-alcoholic gathering place for individuals to come and enjoy live music and food and coffee and everything of that sort. So we like to have that place where all ages could venture towards. The name Traumatain actually means stranger in a strange land or foreigner. It also means a warm breeze off the mountains, but in reality, I guess I'll let this out. I'm a huge Foreigner fan of the band Foreigner, and it's a B-side to one of their records, but it helps because we feel like strangers in Utica sometimes because we enjoy being here, but we don't think we've learned everything we need to about the area. We hope that people feel at home. They want to feel like it's a big living room or a gathering place, or they can converse, or they can actually sit and by themselves read a book. You know, whatever their experience needs to be for them, I hope it is. And I hope it's a positive one.
Robin said that they like to make people feel at home here. Well, I felt at home because walking in here took me back to the 1960s. All of the furnishings. Come down here, if you're from that era, you'll know what I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, if I were to give it a title, I think I would call it, going back to the 1960s, a hip joint. Of course, now at my age, a hip joint is something else, but whichever your preference is, come down here and take a look. It's hip. Tonight they open at 5 o'clock and it's open mic night. Head on down here, and with any pastry or home baked goods that you order, you'll also get a free cup of coffee or tea.